like, come on through, Cookie. I want to pull my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This, you know what, I wasn't even going to talk about this subject, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it because it's so much. It's so much. This could actually be a series of videos, but I'm going to try to contain it all. I've actually been bombarded with this lately out here on YouTube. It's this whole thing about the gay black male, the black gay male versus black females. Where did this shit even start from? Like, I don't even know where this started, but it's like this whole movement, and everybody has so much to say about this us versus them thing. I wasn't even aware that this was actually going on. I mean, I knew there was there's some of everything out there, but really, is it really like an issue? Like, there's an actual issue where you all feel like it's us against you all. It's crazy. And I see a lot of this, we've been called the gay mafia, and those evil gays, and really? Last I checked, my subscriber base is like 97% black females. Really? Do you really believe, or want me to believe, that all of them who follow me and watch me and converse back and forth with me believe that we're in a me versus them type of relationship? Because we are not. And I refuse to believe that I'm the exception to the rule. You know what I mean? It's not that way. There is some of everything out there. But I was just listening, to some of the stuff, and I'm just going to cover a couple of the things. And the two videos that I actually had watched Nay-Rob, and I watched Nay's Way, both of their videos. And some of the stuff was just a little disturbing. And some of it was just plain old sad. Like, Nay-Rob actually made a comment that she actually has a friend, and this was what was sad to me, because she has a friend who would be an elder. He's said he was in his 50s and everything like that, and I took that he's a more feminine black gay male. And he basically told her that all of us pretty much at the end of the core hate them. That we all have an animosity against black females, and that we probably would never admit it, but we do. And I was like so bothered by that, because that is so fucking incorrect. Now, I'm gonna tell you, there are some people that are like that, but again, this is the world we live in. There's some of everything out there, but to say that all of us pretty much hate women is crazy as hell. So I kind of understood, because I got real pissed off at first. The fuck is he talking about? But the thing was, I felt very sad, because she has that in her mind now, that that's the way it is. That is the truth, as far as, she knows it. And you can't even blame her, because it came from somebody that's supposedly on the inside. Well, baby, I'm telling you, that's wrong. That's wrong. I don't have any animosity. And where would it even stem from? And that further perpetuates that thing that everybody that's gay and black and male, they want to be women. That's not true either. It's not true. Do you see the day and time we live in? If I wanted to be a woman, I'd be one. It's really simple. It's really simple. It's not even all that expensive anymore. It's very simple. If I wanted to be a woman, I would be living as one. So that's not true. That is true. It's not true. And um, you know, Nay went through a lot of different scenarios. She went through a lot of different things in her videos. She talked about, chivalry for the most part. Some of it was a little delusional. Some of it was a little delusional. Um, Case in point, why is it that, there used to be a time when men would open the door for you and this, that, thing, and the other and all of that. You're right. There was that time. But that was also the time when men didn't come out. Men weren't able to come out. Men had to keep up those facades. Even if they were gay and everybody around knew they were gay, you still had to act a certain type of way. It wasn't acceptable to be outwardly feminine. So yeah, they kind of did all that other shit, but that's a little delusional, don't you think? Isn't that a little delusional? Aren't you asking a lot? What reason does a gay man have to fawn over you? Because this is what you want him to do. You want us to fawn over you the way our heterosexual counterpart does. Why? For what? For what? And I mean, you'll have something that will, but for what? What do I need to open the door for you for if I don't want to? What do I need to open up a car door for you for? You understand what I'm saying? So that was kind of like, that's a little delusional. You're expecting a little too much. And it's not that we're in a competition with you. We don't owe you anything. We don't owe you anything. You don't see us as that equal. You don't see us as the equal to your man. So why would you expect us to treat you the way that your man treats you? You want to hang with us like we're your girlfriend. You want to shop with us. You want to have that chit-chat girlfriend talk with us. But then at the end of the talk, you want us to be opening up doors and carrying bags and all of this and pulling out chairs for you. Isn't that a little delusional? That's a little delusional. A little bit. A little bit. So that kind of stuff was in there. Then, but, it was a lot of little things. Another thing they said something about that we've dealt with painful situations and people were picked on us and people were mean and different things like that. And that we all have unresolved issues that we need to go to a counselor to see about. That's not true. That's not true. That is not true. I mean, who said those issues are? I'm 44 years old. Do you really believe that I'm walking around and all of those issues are unsolved? And that I really need to go see? I don't need to go see nobody about that. Hey, I'm 44. And I was like, and that's what makes us mean. And then she said, you're being mean to the wrong people. Let's just say, hypothetically, if that was true, are we actually being mean to the wrong people? Aren't you part of the group of people that were mean to us, that took us through all that strife and commotion, that molested us and all of that? Aren't you a part of that group of people? Because it's the us against them, right? Heteros versus the homos. Aren't you on the hetero side? So you would be those other people that we should be mad at, right? Think about it now, because this is what you said. Or, explain. I just was kind of watching. I was like, this is kind of all over the place. And I a lot of the things I understood some of the stuff that she was saying, but some of it was just kind of out there in left field. And I was like, you got a lot of little, and it was strange because I know Nay, she kind of, when I first started watching her, she was, that cool chick that, yeah, I'm down with the LGBT community. But that ain't how this video came across. This video came across like you got real issues with the black gay male. And I was like, I don't think that that's That's I just think this is coming off wrong. Because I'd never seen her as actually having some of these issues. But then there's been other times where some things have come out. But I don't think that Nae's Way is a bad person. But I think there is some unresolved issues, but they ain't ours. They ain't ours. And as far as the thing of black males being punks, pretty much is what's actually been thrown out there. Do you know why you generally run into situations where women and black gay males always end up butting heads and not black gay males and straight males? Black gay males don't hang with straight males. Black females always trying to hang with black gay males. You're in this, y'all run in the same circles, so y'all have more of a chance to actually butt heads than you would with straight men. And the other thing is, and this is the big one, you run into the argument thing, and it's not, you don't back out of the argument. It's a thing of when do you see black males running up on gay males? They don't run up on us as readily as you will, because in your mind, you don't think that we will hit you. So you're quick to run up on us, to get in our face, to say all this smart shit. Straight males are a little more held back before they do that because they know we will jump on their ass. There will be a motherfucking fight. They are just as careful, if not more careful, because a lot of times, I'm telling you, unless you just got a man that's just an ass, they're more careful a lot of times about arguing and beefing and jumping up at us because we will jump on them, and that's the last thing that they want is to have it said that some faggot beat their motherfucking ass. It ain't got nothing to do, trust me, my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. I will knock a nigga the fuck out. Knock him clean the fuck out. It just is what it is. But that's why that happens. What happens is you all are on fuck shit and you be all with the bullshit. I'll run up on them. And that's what you see more. Because all of this got fueled by the little video with Justin. You know, Justin and Candy situation. And Justin made some comment that people took and they felt as though Justin was threatening Candy. Come on, y'all. Okay. But that's like an isolated incident. That's an isolated incident. That's one time that you have, since I've been on YouTube, that you heard some male YouTuber say something that even remotely sounded like he was going to jump on a woman. Let's go in and say, how many times have you seen videos where folks was going to jump on folks? Seriously. That was females going to jump on the males. Come on. And the last few beefs, honey, always somebody was going to jump on somebody. Tam G is synonymous for talking about jumping on Sean. S. Hutchinson said she was going to jump on Sean, threatening them to fights and inviting them to fights and stuff like that. Seriously? Come on, y'all. So I say that was an isolated incident. And do I believe that Justin actually felt as though he was going to fight Candy? Come on. Justin was just screaming and yelling and babbling, and a lot of it wasn't even making any sense. He was totally in his feelings. But do I believe that he honestly felt as though he was going to fight with Candy? Absolutely not, and you all know it too. Stop that. Justin know good and well he ain't going to fight with no damn Candy. And Candy said it herself. She know Justin ain't going to fight with her. You know, it just got blown. Yeah, it's being blown out of proportion. But we need to stop this. This us versus them. There is a us versus them, but that ain't it. And y'all ain't the victims. Stop that. Stop it. Stop. Stop. And stop generalizing that mess. You know, I got attacked. You ain't heard me say I was going to jump on no goddamn body. And y'all know I was mad as hell at Nika. Never one time did you hear me say I was going to jump on Gator Croc. You ain't never heard me say I was going to do no type of bodily harm to her or nothing like that. So stop that. And when you're out there and you're fussing and you're fighting, it's all fair. It is what it is. You know, as far as the words that are said, as mean as you are is as mean as I'm going to be. And that's just the way it is. And I don't have to lay off of you because you're a woman. If you come out as a nasty bitch, I'm going to come out as a nasty motherfucker. It's just the way it is. And I've been dealing with that all my life. And it ain't got nothing to do with me being a queen. That had nothing to do with it. My tongue has always been sharp. Before I ever knew what a queen was, my family already knew if you say something to Shaft, it's going to get ugly. And I'll go deep with it. And I will say what it is that I need to say to hurt your feelings. That's what it was about. It wasn't about me being a queen. It wasn't about me being a queen. You knew if you were going to argue with me, it was going to get ugly. You know? But that didn't have nothing to do with me being a queen. And as I grew older, that ain't changed. It ain't changed. I will cut you with my tongue. It's just the way it is. And it don't have anything to do with me being a queen. It has to do with me being Shaft. Or James, or whatever you, me, Lauren, or whatever you know me by. So silly. But anyway, I just seen a lot of it. And I just, it was starting to bother me. I was like, wow, come on. This shit's getting into the atmosphere. Some of this is wrong. Some of this is wrong. And I'm not one person who's different than everybody else. No, some of that stuff is out there and is crazy. But there's a lot of those things, and I'll put this one back at Nay Rob if she sees this. Here's one for you that I've been told coming up, and that I've actually seen, but I refuse to say to this all the time. That the lesbians, the harder lesbians, the studs, if you will, don't like the feminine gay male, black ones. Now think about that for a minute and tell me what you think about that, Nate Rob. If you see this, baby, respond to that. Because that's like a generalization that I try not to fall into and hold on to, but I've seen it at play for many, 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 many years. We are given much more of a hard time about the studs are worse to us than straight males. And again, now I don't run into that a whole bunch because for some reason the studs tend to really like my drag persona. So that has eased up on it a lot. I don't get a lot of backlash, but I've seen it work. So I would like to know what your feelings are on that, or if you've ever actually heard or witnessed any of that. But again, if that's one of those bothersome little generalizations, but yeah. So, but that's it. But I'm not mad at anyone. So I do want to say that I'm not mad at anyone or trying to let anybody have it or anything like that. I just seen this topic going around, and it was just kind of, it was strange. I mean, it's like, really? Come on, y'all. I don't know. I kind of just really hate that people think that it's a us versus them thing, and that it's an issue. It's really not across the board. I don't want to be a woman, and I don't hate women. That's like so crazy to me. Though I do know some gay males that do literally hate you all. I do know. I mean, I do know people. Hairdressers. I know one hairdresser, and I'm gonna say this to them and get off there. I know a hairdresser, and I've known him for years and years and years. And he was pretty much at one point he was a premier hairdresser. You know, he had a lot of clients, everything like that. He literally hates females. He hates you all. Hates you all. But he puts on that face because it's how he makes his money. He hangs with you all. It was always shameful. Like, we're not friends. I don't even deal with him anymore because it's just too much. I just, that personality, I can't be around that personality. But when I tell you, he literally hates all females other than his mother and his sister. Now, how do you even compartmentalize all that? I just don't. And girls love him. They love them, and but that, again, girls always want to be friends with the hairdresser and the goddamn dressmaker. Generally, that's a whole nother story for another time. But this person, I literally stopped being friends with him. He literally, when I tell you, hates females. And I said, well, I understand you and your business. That's shady, but I understand that. Why hang with them though? If you hate them so much, why hang with them? Oh, bitch, please. I hang with them. You don't know how many of their men's dicks I done sucked. I'm like, friendship basically had broken out years and years ago. I can't, and I won't. So yeah, just like there are something, but see now, I think he's an isolated incident. I don't think that there's a ton of those. I think that's sick behavior as far as I'm concerned. So I don't know. I don't know. Shit, I don't know. Leave it in the comments. Let's talk about it. That's what we do over here. We can talk. Let's talk about it. But yeah, I was saddened by some of what I saw. So that's why I made the video. Let's talk. All right. Later, guys.